Hey guys, I'm just gonna be doing a quick side-by-side analysis on a match today. I played against Jacko. Um, I've never played against Jacko before in queue, but we are friends, so I was very excited, or I was like happy to see that to queue him, I guess. Um, but yeah, it is just a temple. We spawned on the lava pool, which I know, and I enter at that lava pool, but Jacko sees another one, which is interesting. I think they're like probably about the same. We both fuck up the sand full damage cancel, so I guess we just both suck. It's chill. And then very conveniently, there's just gravel down here. Like I was honestly thinking about sending a seed change because I didn't want to like wood light, because I just despise wood lighting. But I'm a little bit ahead because Jacko leaves the temple out of a weird direction. Um, so something of note is that we have 2 flash, which is not a lot. Um, I don't think Jacko ends up noticing until we're like in the nether, but I notice and I try to like look for some food, but I just don't see any, which I think I'm about to do it. Like I just have a quick gander to see if there's anything. I just don't see anything, so there are chickens but I like honestly was too focused on sorting my hotbar to see them. Um, like you saw, I thought about turning around, but I just didn't because like it's just too late. There's no point. But yeah, not a significant lead for either of us. Neither of us got food. But this is a good lead. This is like you see the housing right there, and then there's the visible fort. Um, I make up a lot of time in this bastion, and I think it's just because of mostly it's because of how I like loot the triple, but also there's just a lot of micro stuff. Because housing is like I would say housing is my most confident bastion, like in terms of micro. Like I do that block off thing there. You can go back if you didn't see it. I don't want to rewind because these are synced, but like that's something I learned a long time ago. I don't remember how I learned it, but it's very, it's a lot. It doesn't lose time like digging down does, and Jacko digs down. So you know that's like probably a couple seconds. Um, that's where I think most of the like, although we are just like on the same pace right now, even though I did that. So I don't actually know where the 10 seconds is then. Maybe I just leave earlier. Like I've watched both perspectives of this already before recording this, but I also um like haven't watched them synced, so I assumed that was where the time save was, but apparently not. He does loot this chest, notably, which is we don't actually need. Um, so I'm just out, and so is he. Oh well, he doesn't have a pearl trade. He lost a pearl trade somewhere. I'm not really sure where. Um, I'll go back and look after this. I'm just like skimming for this watch right now. Yeah, like he's out now. And then I was about to pearl there, but I saw the spawners to the left, so I pearled there instead. He left a pearl hang, which I don't hate. He also should have pearled to the spawner, but he didn't see it in time. But I'm on the spawner right now. This is the most important part of the run, and it's the spawner splits. So I just got a 1 spawn there, and you're about to see he gets a 2 spawn, I think because he just wasn't blocking one of the spawns just randomly. And then so I've blaze bedded, I get a spawn mid blaze bed. Um, and it's a 1 spawn. And he gets the same thing, and it's a 4 well, yeah, it's a 4 spawn. Which is like It's kind of unlucky, but I should have done the better like donut blaze vid setup or the 3 TNT one, and it wouldn't have happened. But it's not like it's still unlucky. It's just a reason that I should be doing better strats, to be honest. So it's kind of my fault. He does make an iron axe, which is good. I could have made an iron sword, but I've pre-crafted now. So I was into the fort a lot earlier, but he got the first rod earlier because he just has more blazes than me. Um, and I'm blinding on 3, and he also blinds on 3, but I think he's killed significantly more. Like he's killed a few more blazes than me. I think maybe like 4 or 5. So I have like all of my lead is essentially gone now because he like got a lot more blazes from the spawn cycles, which is like partly unlucky and partly due to just not playing the spawner well from me. But it is a fairly far stronghold. It was like 1500, I think, or yeah, it was like 1500. So I'm not out of this cycle. Um, so I try to go for a pearl hang, but I don't get it in time. But he comes back and has 2 insta spawns, and so he's just out. And then he pearls here, which is very clean. Like he doesn't have time to pearl hang, and I do, so I go for that because I saw like a little sliver of terrain that looked good. Jacko played this terrain really well, but I'm out now, and I throw this pearl, which looks really good to me, but it just ends up in a ravine. That loses 10 seconds, so it's kind of like, yeah, but he's just on quads, so. And I'm not really far away, but I think I'm higher. So actually no, we started digging down in the same place, but I was just a lot later because of things. Um, he also navs this really well somehow. This is a weird like nav as well. Like the border room's just here. It's not like how you're meant to get to it. Yeah. Like I'm like 20 seconds behind at this point. And roughly 10 seconds is because of the ravine, and like I should have been ahead, but I think I lost probably 15 to 20 seconds on the spawner, just playing it sloppy. Um, and I'm death resetting here. I should have checked how many eyes were in the portal, because I could have got punished if it was a 0 eye, and if it was a buried back 0, so I would have only had 4 pals, but or 3 actually, but yeah, he hits the 0. Um, I go for it. I think I would have made it, but it's kind of close actually. Like I kind of I didn't get my hotbar good in time. It's kind of fucked right now. So like there's a chance I would have choked it, but I think I was fine. But yeah. So go back and look in more detail. Like actually, first things first. I want to do this in the order of the run. So I want to look at why he didn't have the extra pearl trade, and I did. Um, where is it? Excuse me. No, there's no like distraction gold he could have possibly thrown. No. Okay. Does he lose a gold block here? No. I don't really understand how that could have happened. Maybe he didn't throw enough gold. And so he had to wait for an extra trade cycle that in the hole instead of having it like from when he throws the gold down like in the middle area, if you know what I mean. He has 5 pearls. He gets another one there. What the fuck? Are there any pearls? Like he doesn't have pearls out here from what I saw. No, okay, there's no pearl trade here. Okay, and he just has not enough. So I'm gonna look at if I had like, because it might just be that I just threw more gold and so it was more overlapped. Which would make sense because we don't have any gold from the thing. So I threw in total like 9 plus, I threw 14 gold in total for them there. Um, and there is a pearl trade there, so I think that's actually why. I feel like that's probably why, but it's kind of unintuitive because you'd think that they would just trade it in the hole anyway at the same speed. But like I just get the like I'm just out. I feel like he shouldn't have checked the chest as well because it's like there's no guarantee that it's overlapped. Like and like I end up getting rewarded for not checking it. I think that's probably actually where the time save is. Like I just don't check the chest because you don't need to. Um, and then on this spawner, it's really just like I'm just standing in a. I actually don't know how I was blocking the. I'm gonna like I'm gonna take this opportunity to like explain something that's not bad because I was gonna talk about this, but if you don't know, you can actually go to the MCSR ranked wiki, and it has basically every like mechanic about the game here. Like I'm not gonna go through everything right now, but there's a lot of stuff in here that like not a lot of people know. You know, like it's surprisingly very useful. Um, so let's see if I go, where is it? Here. Okay. Obviously, everyone knows the blaze rates are standardized. So what I want to look at is here. So mob spawners. Um, Basically how it works in ranked is that the timings are standardized, which what that means is that the cycles are standardized, like when they happen. So yeah, it doesn't matter how blaze bedded your spawner is, you're still gonna get like the same. Like even if your opponent has blaze bedded their spawner and you haven't, you're gonna have the same. You're gonna have spawn cycles at the same times. They just won't necessarily have the same amount of blazes. Um, and the blaze spawning positions in spawners are standardized. So to go into more detail, yada yada yada. Obviously, it tries to do 4, but it will generate the 4 places where the blaze will spawn first, and then if there's anything blocking that afterwards, it will not spawn that blaze. So for example, and that includes like any entities or players or anything. Um, so if we get a spawn cycle and I'm standing where a blaze is supposed to spawn and he's not, then that blaze won't spawn. Or I'll get one less blaze because like I'm occupying that space, right? So, um, a way that you can lose time on the spawner is if you are just standing in it too much. Like, you shouldn't, when you have no blazes on your spawner, just and you're not blaze betting, just never stand in the like the range of this where the spawner can spawn blazes because you can block a spot. Which actually happened like twice in the seed, which is insane by the way. Like I don't like I know how to play spawners and I know that it can happen. Um, but you can still just be unlucky because you have to blaze fed. You have to stand on the spawner at some point, right? Um, I do this like shit donut setup where it's like elevated, and he does like a new setup that I have seen lately. That I should start doing because it's just better. He does these two and then this one and then this one elevated, and it's really good. It's much better. I should start doing it, but I don't. Okay, and then this spawn cycle where it's just inside, like it's during the blaze fed explosion is just slop. Like I don't even think that's my fault, but I guess it's another reason why I should use the other donut setup because it's probably just better. Or just the 3 TNT one, but the 3 TNT one's really weird on my hotbox. You need fire charges in the hotbar, and I don't have space. But yeah. So yeah, I just got a one spawn during that. Like, um, I got a one spawn for that one, and he got a four spawn, which is a very large amount of time lost because um, he has already killed so many more blazes coming back into here that he just only needs to kill the four blazes that are already spawned in. Everything's perfectly overlapped, and then I'm sitting here like waiting for the next like cycles to spawn. Like, cause it's just unlucky that I mean that one was pretty fast, but it's just every second matters because it's like the early cycles were way quicker in between each other, like they just happened instantaneously, like back to back. But once it gets to this point where it's fully just time loss for me, it's like I'm waiting like 5 seconds between them spawning and shit, and that's just fully time lost. And it's like it's like interesting variance here because the difference in terrain is actually because of the fact that he's out. Um, the reason why we take different terrain, uh, I'll show you here. It's like he just doesn't have time to pearl hang, so he doesn't. Um, like I don't know if he would have done the same pearl hang, but he definitely would have pearl hung to the place that he went. Like he goes here. This pearl is very good, especially since you have a gapple. Um, but you can't pearl hang 'cause it's too close. So since he's just out, this is perfect, and he sees this terrain and goes here, and this is much better. But I do this shit where, like, I was looking in earlier cycles, and I see like, let's see if you can like, the bit rate's really bad, but there's like a sliver of like terrain down here that's really low, and I thought it looked like a really good vantage point, and it kind of is actually. Like, it's not bad. Um, like it's a decent pearl hang, but the problem is you like can't see that this is good, but you can see that this is good if you're like if you're here and then he doesn't actually F3C, which is I think honestly he probably should, but um like this terrain looks a lot better from here than it does from here, right? Um which honestly makes me think that this might be wrong, but or like that this is like kind of lucky that this ends up being good because there is like kind of lucky terrain because there's just a little hole in the wall here like this. I mean, he could have gone up and around anyway, but that loses a lot of time, and I feel like that would have given me the chance to come back. But there's just a fucking like tiny hole. Um, he's not F3-ing, which is really interesting. I should probably ask him if he just like actually never F3Cs when going to quads, because in my opinion, it's like really something you should just do because it's correct. But I F3C here. Wait, did I? I think I did. I'll just watch my split here because I think my decisions were correct based on like my circumstances. So I F3C it 27 to the right. Um, obviously I much preferred going through here, since I had to angle myself right anyway, than going here, which looked like it's just a fucking wall. Uh, so instead of going there, I go up here because I see there's like a sliver there and it looks open. So, and then this pearl, even though it's a blind pearl, um, I still think it's correct. Like most of the time, I don't think you should ever throw blind pearls, but there are it's really hard and like intuition based. Like you just have to use your judgment. Um, and my intuition told me that there is a 0% chance that this pearl is gonna go in lava, because that's the main problem with blind pearls, right? Just lava. Uh, but I just did not see it being a possibility that this could somehow end up in a lava ocean. So I threw this spell. And it's really unlucky that this ends up in a ravine, but I still would have lost, I think, even if it didn't, because this only lost like 10 seconds. So it's chill. But from here, it's literally just running to quads, because I'm just on the same plane. I'm on the same like platform of terrain that he got to from the fucking hole, or whatever. Uh, and yeah, this nav. Okay, I actually want to look at the nav because he does save like 10 seconds on me on it somehow. I don't know how. Okay, something of note actually is that I should have just been purling to the fucking portal room instead of like. Okay, let me see. How long did I actually scan for? That's a spike. That's a spike. So it's like there, which is correct. It's where it is. But here is so weird. Like it's so awkward to know where to go. Like I didn't want to go here because I didn't see anything to the right, and I feel like I would have if the portal room was there. Uh, this looked really open, so I just boat clutched down. But I should have just pearled here because I was gonna death reset anyway. And I rescan, which is good, and it's just here. And I should have just pearled in from there, but I didn't because I don't know. I was kind of hesitant to death reset because I was aware of my pearl count, I think, but I didn't like I hadn't done the maths to know how many pearls I could actually throw, right? So I just didn't want to waste them in case. Um, but there's not really, I don't know, I guess it's not really like a mistake. Like I should just know. Or it's not like it's not like a decision that is like you have to make. Like you should just know like how many pearls you can throw. And I don't. So that's on me. And then there's nothing left to analyze here. I want to look at this nav because this saves like this is somehow like 10 seconds faster than me. And he also doesn't pearl. Okay, that's the spike. He goes down mid instead, uh, which I don't hate. I really think it's just 50-50 with this, with like this direction. If you go down mid or if you go top right. Okay, so it's literally just cleaner movement, I guess. Like going down mid gives you a more linear line to the portal room, even though it feels like he also just runs in instead of pelling, which is, and he's on 2.5 hearts. So I guess it's just like the combinations of like circumstances that just save him time in the snap. I don't know. I don't think I necessarily nabbed the stronghold badly. It's just like random shit. Uh, but yeah. Something I want to look at is how he actually sees this lava pool, because I don't know how he, like, I think he already knew about it when he was entering the, I think he must have seen it here, but I just don't know how. Like, this, actually, honestly, that stone honestly looks like a lava pool there. I don't think, that's not the lava pool if I remember, but I just don't know how he sees it. It's kind of crazy. Alright, I guess he just sees it there somewhere. It's like over here, it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's the bitrate that makes it hard to see. Um, but yeah. Moral of the story, I guess, is just like do like the best. Like don't just do donuts. You're too lazy to learn like the 3 TNT or the better like blaze bed setups. They matter, and they can matter sometimes, as seen in the seed. So yeah, thanks for watching.